What's going on, my good people? TD Wells, and I'm here to talk a little bit about car dealerships again. We're back in action, and we know that I'm going to get right into it. We're talking about how some car dealerships are just completely losing traction, and we know that there's a cause. It was a cause of many things, and also there's a leaky bucket of customers that are just going right through every dealership's fingertips. I mean, and I think it happens to, I mean, we're not going to win. They're not going to win every deal. You're not going to win every deal out there. We know that, right? But how do you retain those individuals that just kind of fall through the cracks, right? We know that we want to maximize each dollar that we're giving the client or the customer before they leave or while they're there, right? Because we all know that the customer's goal is to get the best deal and the dealership's goal is to get the best deal. But also we want to be able to retain those individuals that are coming through and that we may be making mad or angry or whatever the case is, and maybe we can make it up in a certain way. And this is a very specific strategy that I believe that I know that 100% absolutely works if implemented. And so that's going to be the strategy and also the implementation of your sales managers, your managers, and your BDC managers, in addition to all the sales reps, right, that are going to be involved. But here's what we need to do. And you also need to have someone that understands exactly how to retarget each individual and that what we call leaky bucket to bring them back in, right? Because ultimately that's what it's all about. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here, and I'm going to present this to you guys. And what we're going to do is we're going to, again, use a simple, we're going to go and do some research. We're going to just put in here car dealerships. And again, we're going to pick a city. I don't know. I'm just going to pick Texas for now. I'm not in Texas, but we can certainly use that. There's some big ones in there. We're going to go with the first one that comes up. Then we're going to use the Houston Jeep dealership, right? And site pops right up. And what we're doing here now, we know that ultimately truck sales are key, right? So we can see that they've got some denied targeting cookies and allow cookies. So I just went ahead and denied it. Now, what ends up happening here is that we can see that there are tons of vehicles that are left over from 2023 and truck, whatever, SRTs, Hellcats, whatever they may be, right? And so what we want to do is we know that there are a very specific group of individuals that are searching for these vehicles potentially right now and probably trying to get those vehicles for $10,000 off, right? Which it's, hey, that they're going to do what they're going to do. That's just how it's going to be at the end of the day. But what ultimately what I'm going to share with you is I want to take this very specific car, and I keep sharing this strategy because I think it's an important one, is that I'm going to take this car. I'm just going to use this SRT right here. As a matter of fact, we could even use in trucks. We could use trucks. We can use whatever vehicle. Doesn't really matter. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and take a shot of this real quick. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to take a picture of that. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to load that vehicle into my system, which is an AI-based system. And I believe that, and I feel that every single dealership is doing this, man, especially if you're losing opportunities every single day, and you need to have an opportunity every day. If you're minimum, right? Some dealers need to sell 5 to 10 cars per day. Some need to sell 3, whatever your objective is on a daily basis. I want to go ahead and share how we're going to plug these in. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a lead form, very specific form here. And then we're going to go ahead and tell it that we're telling it what we want to do. And we're telling it we want to generate some leads, right? And what we're doing is we're going to take that site, okay, for example. Now, we wouldn't use this specific site, okay, because I'm sharing that particular car, all right? And what I want to do is I want to lead people to a very specific place. So for now, I'm just going to use this for demonstration purposes. And I'm going to use the website in here, and I'm going to paste that site in there, okay? Now, that takes people to the Dodge Hellcat. All right, ultimately. Now there's a lot of strategies that we could implement to basically get people to engage, right? And then we can identify those individuals that are engaging on this particular car. And that's not super easy, but we use a specific strategy for that. And so we're going to just call this one. Now, what we would do is we can actually create a carousel of vehicles in here, and they can be all Hellcats. We're just going to call this the Hellcat campaign, or we can call it the, what do we call it? Well, we can call it Hellcat for now, but that we're going to call, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call it Dodge Challenger campaign. Okay. So we're going to call it Dodge Challenger campaign for now. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take this and we're going to use a retargeting of individuals that came into our dealership, right? Very specific. And we're going to take it, put it in English, and then we're going to select the audience. And what we're going to do is we're going to upload the list, create an audience, that audience of engagers, that list. If you have a list, man, how critical is that? And this recent CDK issue or whatever that may have been, you know, we have third-party vendors that are literally taking your data. So what we're wanting to do is we want to eliminate that, and we want you guys to be able to kind of not expose your data and have you do this on your own. We don't always want to be involved. However, if you need us to be involved, we can. But if you have someone that's able and understands how to retarget very specific groups of individuals and you're in-house, that would be great as well. You don't always need that, but I would say that if you can do it yourself and just let it set it and let it happen, that would be a great move as well. But if you have one person to do it, that's super amazing. And we show you, we teach you, we train you exactly how to use this. And ultimately, we're going to go ahead and retarget it. So I'm just going to use this for example. We're going to put in a custom fan page, and we're going to use that for now. Okay, so that is, let's just call that targeting. We're going to target those individuals. Now, we're going to say that we're targeting the United States, but for now, I'm going to go ahead and put in, what was that city? We're going to put in Dallas, Texas. I want to see where this city is right now. So it looks like that the city of this, now again, I'm not editing any of this. This is just completely raw. I'm not trying to be special here. I'm not trying to pick on anyone. I'm just basically sharing what our system has done and made clients and customers literally millions and hundreds of thousands of dollars per month, and all of the sales that they were missing. I mean, I just want you to think about that. For example, your clients that you didn't sell, or even that you did sell, that's a different campaign. But the clients that you didn't sell that came in and they were looking at a Dodge Challenger, whatever that may have been, whenever that may have been, that would be ideal, right? And then we would take those individuals again, and we just going to find them. We're going to locate them. Now I'm going to show you something very specific that we actually honed in on to find the ideal client, that even without using your current list. But this right now, we're focused on retargeting. So I'm going to go back and share this tab with you here. Okay, so what we're doing is we need to know where this is, this city. I don't know where it is, but I'm going to find out here in a minute. So we're going to use this contact us here. And I want to while I'm looking for this guy, I want to just give you some insight. You know, this is something that been under the radar for a very long time and not displaying everything that we do. But this Wells Media does. My company is Wells Media, and you know, one of the things I wanted to be able to do is just create this YouTube channel that people can follow us on. And you know, I wanted to. I'm always going to be here to share, because I feel like there's a lot of dealers that are struggling. I've seen a lot go out of business from the pre-owned perspective. Even we have Chrysler, I believe they're buying even dealerships back, right? So, all right, let's get back onto the subject here. So Humble, Texas, that's where this is. So let's go ahead and let's go back to our system, Wells Media. And let me share this tab with you. So we're going to go to Humble, Texas, and we're going to say, this is Humble, Texas. Okay, so there we are. I'm just going to focus on Humble, Texas for now. Now, there are some people that I've spoken with that didn't believe that we can actually take the zip code and place it in here. So we're going to do that. I'm going to show you exactly how that works. That zip code was 7733, I believe it was. Let me just go back and check. No, 77338. All right, so 77338. I've never seen this. I'm going to go out within, I'm just going to say, I'm going to touch about 25-mile radius, and I'm going to add this here. Okay. So what I've done is I've actually honed in on this area. Oops. Look at that. We went way out. But now I'm touching, and I'm just going in a 25-mile radius. Now I could pick certain areas in here, but I chose to focus here. Now, if I want to put in a specific address, I can. I can put in that address as well. So I can go back to the address and just type in 18, whatever the address was. So let me go ahead and pop that in there, and I'll show you that example as well. And this is all using Wells Media, and it will, I told you, like I said before, total game changer to bring back your old clients. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this right here, and I'm just going to take that out, and I'm still going to focus on a 25-mile radius. Hopefully that works. So there we are, right? So that actually worked. So there we are again. This is actually the dealership. This is the dealership. So we're focusing on a 25-mile radius of that dealership. Now, if I wanted to focus on somebody's specific communities, we can do that as well. But for now, we're going to do this. We're going to go ahead and plug in, and we're going to say that those were the people that were engaging. And this is just one strategy that we know works. Okay. And what I would do is I would actually put in I would make this right here a captured page, but that's okay because we actually use a very, very creative strategy to collect the data of the individuals. What I mean by that is they're going to fill out a form if they're interested. But however, we still have a way to track those individuals without just, the only thing it will not include is the phone number of the individual. Okay, so what we're doing is we're going to create a carousel, and we're going to load an add image of those vehicles. So I'm going to add those vehicles in here. I did take a screenshot of that. So hang on. So bear with me. I'm going to load that in here in a minute. So give me a second. As soon as I find the car, it was recent. Okay. So let's go ahead and put that in there. Okay. So now again, I can just keep doing this, and I'm adding in a car. So this car is right here. It's going to take a tiny bit of work to do this, but this is the difference between why dealerships kind of struggle or are struggling right now. Well, this would make the difference. Okay. And so, I mean, if I'm just going to use this for now like this. Okay. I'm just going to add that car in there like that. Even though we can go in and change the image, obviously, but I'm going to add this in there like that because that's how it, for now, right? We're not doing a cropping class, but you could see that it still came out fine. So we're going to go ahead, and there's the car. So that's how it's going to look. That still looks pretty decent. And it actually edited the image for us. And then we're just going to go ahead and say something like, come back. We provide, or let's use the special, let's see, Hellcat Challenger. I'm just coming up with words right now. So I'm thinking of like how I can come up with something. So Challenger, Hellcat, let's say Hellcat Special. Okay, so we're going to say something like that, right? And we're going to, just give me a second. I'm going to go back to this page here. Let me see what's special about it. So, okay, we're going to call it an SRT. So it's a Challenger SRT Hellcat. So it's Challenger SRT Hellcat Special, or whatever we're going to call it, right? I'm giving it a name. So I'm calling it that for now. Okay. And then I'm going to go back, and I'm going to do this one more time. So give me a minute here. And I want you to bear with me, because what I'm doing is I'm actually going and pulling up another vehicle. Okay. And I'm going to give it another look here. So we're calling this one. This is a blue. I'm pulling it up in a minute. Okay, here we go. And then you'll see it pop up. So I'm just going to use these two because these are the two vehicles that we've had on the floor plan for too long. Okay. That's just call it that. So the floor, it's been too long. Right. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to give it the description. So description's above, right? All right. So we're going to add in another vehicle. Here we go. So we're going to add in that one I just showed you. Okay. And let's load it in. We're going to call it recent. I mean, I don't know if you can see that, but okay. So we're going to load it in here. And it's loading as we speak. All right. Nope, not that one. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and load this vehicle in there. All right. All right. Okay. Give me a second. Now, this is exactly how you would do it. Okay. We're going to give it that image, and let's just use this for now. We don't have to put that above there, but if we can, let's just put that like that. Let's just see how it comes out. You know, so this is basically going to be a way. Okay, so that came out not too good, but that one was okay. All right, well, so like I said, we can make these images we can make them fit. But for now, this is just like I said, this is all example based. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we are going to take all of this out of here. Let's delete it out. Okay. Let's get it out of there. All right, let's go. Come on. All right, there we are. All right. So now what's going to happen is there's our target audience, right? Let's just say it's a list of 2,000 people, right? That are specifically looking for these vehicles. All right. And we know that the ad's it's going to serve them the ad. They're going to keep seeing these vehicles. And it could be we're also going to create a lookalike. So we're going to also find people that look exactly like those individuals what I mean by that is I don't mean look like their face, but I mean like that have the same characteristics and behaviors. Okay. Ultimately. And that's what we're doing here. So we're taking this and we're saying, okay, we're going to learn more. We're going to have $10 budget for now. But if you're serious about selling the vehicle, you need to have, I think it needs to be around $30. Okay. 25 to 30 roughly to start. Okay. And so we're looking at $105 to $210. We're going to reach about 14,000 people on those SRTs roughly. And what we're doing also is we also took this website. So we're taking the website. We just want to make sure that we got everything listed here. And what it's going to do from here is it's going to generate us some descriptions. All right. So actually we're going to go back and we're going to put Dodge SRT Hellcat. Okay. And special, just calling it special for now. And we're just going to say it's a Challenger SRT. We're going to put that name of it. We're going to give it the name right there. So Dodge Challenger SRT. Okay. So basically what we're doing now is we're just creating a, right here it says Dodge SRT is a business. Okay. We're not going to call it a business. So we're going to change that. We're going to say car. We're going to call it car, or like, we're just going to call it car for now. Okay. So let's just change it and see what it comes up with. If not, we're going to take this business part out. So we can just remove that, or you can put whatever you want. So Dodge Challenger SRT is special. So we're going to call it special. Dodge SRT is so we're going to just say Dodge SRT Hellcat. There we go. They are dedicated to providing high quality service. So we're going to what we're going to do actually, we're going to name the company Texan because that was the name of it, right? We're going to call it Texan Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Okay, there we go. That's what. Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Okay, so now we can regenerate a description and we can give it like a name here. So Team Chrysler Dodge Jeep is a premier. Texan Chrysler Dodge Jeep is a premier dealership specialized in Dodge SRT Hellcats. They offer a wide range of services. So we can change it to whatever we want to change it to. And then we're just going to basically generate the content from here. And once that happens, then it will tell us exactly what we need. So as we can see, basically what ended up happening was the ad will now be generated, right? And so everything that we just talked about, now again, we can change these images. Don't get caught up on that. That's the very small piece here. So we're going to, again, call it Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat, for example. Okay, so, and those are the images that will display again. This is what it's going to say: looking for a high performance car that will leave you breathless. Look no further. Okay, then the Texas Dodge Jeep, or Texan Chrysler Dodge Jeep. We specialize in Dodge SRT Hellcats. Blah 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 blah. Right? That's pretty cool. So now we're going to get the headlines here. That's optional. But what's really important is these are the primary text. That's a really, really important piece here. And obviously we can tell you whether they're doing bad or good and all of that good stuff. So we're going to measure the performance. And then these are going to be the ad combinations. So we're going to find exactly who we're looking for this particular car. Okay, so we're going to have you a budget of $35 to $70. And we're going to start at $10. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to generate you leads. We're going to generate a very specific ideal client, SRT client, that will either fill out a credit app or give you their information to buy this vehicle. Okay. And that's exactly our strategy. This is exactly what we use. And then we're just going to create the ad. Ultimately, this is retargeting the very specific group of people that are, again, interested in that audience size. So when we use the audience size here, we're using, again, a very specific 25-mile radius of individuals, and we're going to go ahead and place it properly. So we did it right there, and we're going to make sure that it's in the column, that we have Facebook search results for it, and then we're also going to place it in the marketplace. Let's go back there and put that car in the marketplace. Okay, so let's put that in there. And let's put it here so that we know that people are going to be searching in there. Okay, so there we are. So now this ad is created. It's very specific, guys. And this is a total game changer for anyone, I feel, that is running a car dealership and you are struggling right now to bring in clients, or you're not. It's either, it doesn't really matter. But I would tell you right now is that if you have old cars, old units that are currently sitting on your floor plan that you need to get rid of, it is time to take action. Today is the day to take action. And I mean, you can schedule a demo, you can see it in real time. And what we're doing now is Wells Media it's literally changing the market. Our mission is this year is we would like to add, over the next 5 years, I see this as being a total game changer for every industry, but especially the car industry right now. Is because customers determine how they purchase. And if you don't understand the behaviors and the ideal client and how to attract them, right? I mean, and I've spoken to a lot of dealers that already know how to do it, or they say they do. But in actuality, when I do due diligence and try to understand the dynamics of their dealership, they're not doing it. They're not specifically selling old vehicles that are sitting on the lot. I mean, everybody can sell a vehicle that everybody wants, right? I mean, we can all sell those vehicles. Like there's a need for those vehicles. But if you can really show, first off, obviously, some people are going to like you or want to do business with you because you're local. Some are going to be price oriented. Some are going to be, so we have a strategy in a way to pull those potential people and focus on their addresses. We literally can hit their specific communities within 10 mile, 15 mile, 25 mile, whatever radius that we need to focus on to get those individuals back into your dealership. That's how we're going to do it. And that's the leaky bucket. I'm going to tell you right now, and I'll end it here. Facebook has over 2 billion people. I love Facebook. Facebook has been a total game changer for me and our business. And for a lot of businesses out there, we're making them hundreds of thousands of dollars per month doing this. And if you are not meeting your objective right now, today, and you need to sell those, especially Chrysler Dodge dealerships, if you need to get rid of those Wagoneers and some of those trucks that have been sitting there, some of those Hellcats that are sitting on a lot, man, let's just do it. Let's jump aboard. Let's jump in and let's get you on right now. This is not me trying to sell anybody. at the end of the day, I mean, this nothing sells itself. We know that, right? However, I will say that if you implement the strategies that we show you, and without having a third party basically be on top of you and owning your data, we show you how to own your own data, how to log in, how to set up everything on your own, and then just watch it go to work. And we will also provide that for your service departments, for your parts department, for your pre-owned department, for your new car department, for every department that needs to bring in new clients. We will help you bring those clients back instantaneously, or at least within a 7-day time frame, as the system starts to understand the algorithm of the individual's behaviors and also the demographics. So with that being said, thank you very much. I'm looking forward to potentially working with you. Subscribe to my channel. Our channel, it's TD Wells Inspiration, and I call that because the channel is designed to inspire and to provide everything. Right? We want to, not everything, but we want to show people that you can certainly create. You can literally change the dynamic of your business and your brand by using ads properly and not allowing someone else to run your ads. That's what this is about. I appreciate you for staying on here and watching this video. You guys have an amazing day.